All right. Wait, where's my game? Wait a minute. Game! There's the game. Okay, holy shit. Sorry. Whoops. Okay. Everything should be set now. Hi, B-boy! How's it going? Oh, holy cow. Okay. I'm streaming good old Stone Sim because but I'm playing it in Zen mode because last time it was too entertaining and I got distracted by it. I can't stream myself working on the on my 3D model and stuff because Twitch gets mad because it's too hot. So I'm having to work on it in the background while Stone Sim's going, and then I can chit chat and you guys get to look at cool stone. I'm tempted to swap it back to event mode though, because it's cool. And I mean, at least that way you guys are still getting like something out of it. Rock! That's right, rock! But this time, it's actually a statue's head. Like, how cool is that? Get to be a statue. Which, like, arguably better. Gotta get it. Oh man, stupid. There we go. Okay. I have to be so careful when clicking off of it. Head! Getting something out of it. Yeah, a little head. Please don't ban me. Understandable. Oh yeah, I'm testing out a slightly different tracking setup. And so it's tracking my voice as well, so that like in the case that my mouth is not tracking properly, my voice is still doing the heavy lifting, because I'm a yapper and I talk a lot. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be going live on TikTok today, because I got perms, and like the whole thing started like glitching out my PC, and I tried to get like the game to close, I tried to get the game to move, I tried to do a whole bunch of shit and it wouldn't fucking work. And so I'm like, all right, I guess we're not streaming to TikTok. Bro's fluent in Japanese. I know, I'm just such a good yapper. Okay, now I can finally open up Blender, which you guys won't get to see. Are you still learning Japanese, speaking of? So I have this stuff to learn it. I need to sit down and actually learn it. I'm tempted to set up a couple of streams for me to, like, study. But I'm like, that's gonna be so boring, because I just use Pimsleur, because, you know, Pimsleur. And I'm like, I don't know if, like, people are gonna enjoy me streaming, me repeating the thing that the guy says to me. Ooh, thank you for the follow, EJK0. Cool shit. It's attacking mass. Give me 2 seconds, hold on. I still panic sometimes when I open up my model, because I'm looking at stream, I'm like, please don't pop up on stream somehow magically. I have it turned off, but please. Wait, what the fuck? It didn't open my file. It just ignored what I just said. There we go. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how excited I am. So, I had worked on the rhombus of Michaelis a little bit, and the one thing that I needed to do was to sit down and make the little dimples. There's like teeny tiny little dimples that kind of happen on the lower back where the rhombus of Michaelis sides are, and I was like, I need to make that work. And so I sat down to like get it to actually do the thing, and it looks so good. I'm so happy about it. It's one of my favorite things. Also, generally, I was pretty happy because I was able to get the arms to blend into the torso, which is doesn't sound like much, but since there's seams there and the arms are actually detached from the body, having it blend in like that, I don't know, I'm pretty proud. Now I have to work on like the hands and feet and like adjust the polygons like a little bit, just a little bit, you know? Because there's like one or two things that need to be adjusted on the mesh itself. Object mode, edit mode. So technically it is okay as of right now, but like it just, you know, there's like a couple of things that like if I adjust them, it'll just make it look that much better. But I'm like, to what extent do I change them? Also, I love the proportional editing. I'm so glad that's an option because I think I would be doomed without it for real. But sometimes you just have to be a little more cautious and just move point by point. For a second, I just had to check that I wasn't changing one of the blend shapes and I wasn't just like temporarily changing this part because I'm like, please tell me I'm not fucking this all up. I would be so annoyed right now. I don't know if that's right. You know, I'm starting to wonder. Hold on a minute. Let me pull out the anatomy book. Let me check my work real quick. Oh, dude, my tabs are so full right now. Oh, I'm so excited. So once this like little last bit is done, I'm gonna take a break from the texturing and get to work on the face. I'm so excited about that. It may not seem like a huge deal, but like I took a huge step back just so I could make the body look right. And it's a lot. It's hard to explain. And it's one of those things of like, I know a lot of people aren't gonna get what I'm talking about when I want praise for what I'm doing. Like, I can send a message and people can be like, oh, wow, that looks good. And I'm like, thank you. But also, it took forever. And looking good isn't even, like, the thing I was focused on at the time anymore. It was legitimately just ensuring that the topology and everything meshed well with the flow of the textures so that when I move them, they will actually blend. Like the blend shapes on the boobas, I needed that to look seamless and smooth so that even with as huge as the chest gets, it still looks understandable. Like, it doesn't look stupid. It doesn't break. It doesn't look gross and weird, and the textures don't clip together oddly when you change them a little bit. That's what I was trying to do, but, you know, I can't explain that because it's a lot to say, and also, you know, I should just be happy with, that looks great.
Jiggy testing the razzy-dazzy out here.
True. Dude, I still haven't sat down to draw the Rizzle Dizzle. I did make sure to turn on all of my stuff today, though. Shout out to looking good, too, though. Hell yeah. Making sure he's up and running. This time he is! I made sure. I also made sure fishing was running, and tits, and V-twink, and I had, the TikTok live up, but I had to take it down because, ruining everything. Razzle dazzle when, razzle dazzle never. I'm happy with razzle dazzle and rizzle dizzle. V-twink, yeah, so when people follow, sub, give bits or anything, a little, like, floating thing will appear around my head, and your username, like, rotates around my head like a little globe. I zoned out for a sec, and I immediately forgot. Oh! I've also have to have my Clip Studio open so I can edit any textures, and then you know. Dude, if you look at my fucking, like, taskbar to see all of the fucking windows and shit that I have to have open just for stream, you'd be like, hey man, how's your PC not crashing? And I'm like, because it's awesome. Also, it did crash last night. While I was sleeping, she tried to run diagnostics on herself and died. And I had to bring her back to life this morning by literally typing in a recovery code by going into the Microsoft recovery code site on my phone. I actually had to go and get the code straight from the fucking site. That fucking, like, long 32 number code. I had to do that. That was annoying as shit. Windows Canada event for real. Also, welcome me. Great username. I love that username a lot. Hi, Squid Listone. It's actually a head today. We have head. Oh, lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Judge. This time, I swear, I am actually getting my work done. I promise. This time, for real, though. I do need to check that I have, like, stuff looking right, though, because I'm starting to think I should move the rhombus of Michaelis up a little. Because I think I might have it a little low. And that's right, I was pulling up my anatomy book to check. Free head on Twitch. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. For real, you know? And I won't even get suspended for this one. Well, that's good shit. Hold on, I gotta go pull up. Anatomy. For sculptors. Please? Okay, I guess I just have to go sift through all of my stuff yet again to find it. Because for some reason, it isn't just right here. Okay, let's go to our PDFs. It should be easier to find, like, oh god. There's a lot more PDFs than I expected. Thank goodness it's labeled easily. Holy shit. Okay. I just have to go all the way back down to where I found the rhombus. Nope. No. To the side. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Oh, thank you for the throw and the fishes. How's the fishing going? I can't see it over here. Hold on. Let me. Oh, 2 exclamation points. 2 exclamation points. An old PC. That's actually kind of sick. Low key, kind of sick. Bet. All right. I don't have enough to fish. Oh no. I wish that was one of those things that I could, like, give you points, but I don't think I can give points, which sucks. That'd be entertaining though. Got a scooter earlier? Let's fucking go for scooters! That way you can run around the neighborhood. Give me a sec. I lost my tab. There it is. Okay. Yeah, you can run around the neighborhood and find... Oh. Aw, man, I'm learning stuff. Oh yeah, also, I took a moment this morning to, like, look at shading and whatnot, like look at the like lighting over my own torso, because I was like, I need to take a minute and like check to see if I'm like going too ham on this 3D model. And so I will be doing additional texturing for mine in particular to match more of what my legit body type is. But, you know, nothing too crazy, nothing too ham. It's my sleeper build. Okay. Bro took water cooled too seriously. If stealing embers is allowed, I'd like to steal half of Squid's. I'd allow it. I'd allow it. You have to let it happen. She's cute. Come on, new car. I see. Success. Fish. The fuck? Well, what do you expect? What do you expect? Okay. Muscle, 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 muscle. Please, please, please take me back to the hips. Because it was down here. Past this hip rotation right here. Okay. Because they put it... Oh, they might have it a little higher up than I do. Yeah, I've got... Oh, I had it so perfectly lined up. Oh. Okay, which means that I am going to have to readjust the materials again, which is fine. Skin. Let me steal some embers for fishing, please. That's it, Lyra. Come here. I'm getting the newspaper. Oh, you know what? You know what? You can't stop us, though. You can't stop us. It's gonna work out. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna happen. A trolley? That's way better than a car. Taking this bitch down the big hill outside. Oh, and that was the last thing Toy ever said. I just realized I've still got my dojins over here. I gotta put them back in the shelf so they don't get destroyed on my desk. There we go. Please don't crash. Yeah, don't crash. Don't crash. Okay. And now I just have to go find my UVs. And take the entire massive folder, and we're just gonna take it. We're gonna scooch at about the size of 500. Take this, just scooch. Are we scooching? Oh, it takes a minute to load because it's moving like 50 different layers. I'm not good at minimizing my layers on this. And so if I undo, redo. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's just take a look. Maybe it's too high, maybe it's too low. And by let's, I mean, I'll take a look. File, save as... Skin. Save. Yes. Save the skin as skin. Which head? Huh? What are we talking about? I looked away for 2 seconds. It'll be okay as long as my head takes all of the impact, I'll be fine. If you crash intentionally, it's just efficient chopping. God. Oh, Lord. Which head? Good question. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, you know what, guys? I love you guys. You guys are great. You so special. So special. Just the bestest. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm like looking at the anatomy thing. Huh. I've never thought about some of these pieces. I know that it's true, and I'm pretty certain I've done some of it. Oh. Interesting. We're special. That's right, buddy. You're special. I'm looking at some of the things with like the shaping of the body, and I know that there's an additional fat pad underneath the butt, and so it leads to not having like a direct line like a crease. It leads to more of like a little, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those things I'm like, I think that's something that most people end up simplifying in the end, because the view of having that simple crease makes things a lot simpler and kind of smooth and nice. So I can totally understand that one. I will say it's also kind of nice. So this book has a bunch of like 3D scans, and so it gives me a good perspective of like shading values over skin and where you're going to see the shadows more or less. I did, while making my textures, I did try to have like softer gradients and more like transition points and everything, just because I wanted it to look like, I don't know, smooth and chill and like not super like bulk, but like, you know, good in general. I'm having a hard time explaining what I'm thinking. Apologies. Of course, what I'm doing isn't perfectly anatomically correct. You know, I'm making a fucking anime girl 3D model, so it's not the same thing. You know what's great though? When I finally move on to the head, I'll be able to make the body disappear, and I won't get in trouble anymore, and I'll be able to work on it on stream again. I could, but you know, I might just not either way. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. I'm like looking at some of the different pieces that explain anatomically what you would be looking at for sculpts and whatnot. So when it comes to the eyes, they have this like the eyelid thingy, like for the eyebrow and everything, because you've got the concave and the convex. So you have the inner eye section which goes in, and then the outer eye kind of puffs up and comes out, which like I've never thought about, but I'm like, ah, you're right, it do that. Oh, but I mean, I guess just learning these things is a really like good basis for understanding stuff and understanding like your artwork better. That's why I like, you know, people will a lot of times say, oh, when you're doing art, study anatomy. And I'm like, well, you got to be more specific than just study anatomy, because it's not just studying like, these are the bones, these are the muscles, these are the blah, 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 blah. You don't have to know the name of every tendon and muscle and bone. You just need to know how they connect together and know generally how the human body works visually. Like, I don't have to remember what the bone, that's the distal, damn it. Okay, well, I know what those are, but that's because I do rigging, but that's different. I don't have to know what a random bone in my wrist is to draw the wrist. So those aren't necessarily as important as learning bigger muscle structures, where you're going to have shadows cast because of how the skin lays over top of different muscles, and some stick out more, and with how certain bones connect to the skin, you end up having small pockets where there's no fat, and then when you have fat around that, you end up creating a fold. Sorry, I'm a lot. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm ranting about basically nothing right now. Okay, so with that there, we're going to do a slight rotation, and then we're going to open this up. Give it a second. Med school study of anatomy is very different than an artist study of anatomy. It's true! That's why when people like suggest doing anatomy studies for your art, I suggest the book series of Anatomy for Sculptors, because while yes, sculpting and drawing is different, having that similar understanding of the two things is so fucking useful. It helps you break them down into generic shapes so that you can understand as an artist, for artist brain, where all these structures lie and how they interact with each other for your art pieces. Okay, I think this actually might be a little bit better. Hold on. I might have cooked. Did I cook, chat? I might have cooked. Give me a sec. Let me go back to the anatomy book. Anatomy book, did I cook? It's up here. Oh, wait, just below this bit. Because I remember they were talking about the traps, and then they worked out their way down to the low back, and that is where we see this. And so that gives me a better example. Holy shit, sorry. Oh, my fucking head. I don't know why that one gave me a headache. Holy shit. Okay, if we... Actually, you know what? Holy shit, I think this is actually right. One little movement and I fucking fixed it. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually I end up suffering for another 4 fucking hours to fix my one mistake. Okay. I'm like checking in on all of my stuff. I'm like, okay, is everything working? Is anything broken? Do I have to worry about anything right now? Okay. I'm just looking at the shading now, and I'm like, okay, well, now I just have to shade to blend, adjust the polygons. I should readjust the lighting based on the fact that the hip line comes this way. The hip line comes this way. So I have to adjust this. Come on. Hip line. The hip line comes this way. Edit mode. So here. And then GY. If any artist wants to study anatomy, I'd highly recommend they make écorché. Wait. Are you talking... Hold on. Are you talking about those anatomical, like, 3D... Not 3D, sculpted figures where you start from the bones and then you work your way up with muscle and whatnot, and it teaches you all of the... Oh, hold on. I have to check if this is the thing you're talking about, because if that's the case, I love those. Dude. I gotta look them up, because low-key, some of those are the most incredible things you'll ever fucking see. I recall having to, like, learn a little bit of anatomy, but, like, for all of my courses and everything that I ended up taking, I never got the opportunity to actually sit down and study anatomy, and so I studied it on my own. I've just been very lucky because I kind of have, like, the mental internal structure of how the body works in my head. So I understand it, but, like, dude, making one of these is, like, low-key something I kind of want to do at some point. But also not going to be something I'm going to be able to do anytime soon. But imagine how fucking killer of a stream that would be, making a fucking écorché. I don't know if I'm saying it right, by the way. I don't remember, but I think it's écorché. Hold on. Let me just pull up the pronunciation. I could just literally... Écorché. Well, I was close. Say the word. Cool. I said it basically right. Okay, I just realized. Let me just make sure this is on the game. Stone Sim. I know you guys aren't going to be able to hear it because I can't hear it. Because I've clicked off the game. Also, look at the pretty scenery. How pretty is that? Okay. That's swapped. I'm going to do this. Hold on. I've got my stuff going in the background to monitor and make sure everything's working. Okay. GUI. Oh yeah, on the topic of, like, if you do art and you want to, like, study anatomy, do écorché. I 100% agree, and also if you can enjoy doing écorché, I feel like you would end up doing a really good job as, like, I don't know, just a sculptor in general. You know what I think about all the fucking time? Those fucking Greek sculptures and Roman sculptures, because holy fuck. I think about whether or not I could make something like that, and then I remember, like, no, I cannot. Not yet, at least. I have to start slower, you know? I gotta stick with my anime girls first, and then move my way up until I'm able to get to, like, that level, because, like, I still think about those. God, they're beautiful. But imagine being able to make those types of what were they fucking studying? Like, for real, back then, what were they doing? What genius was making those? Even just drawing one, I feel like would be beneficial. Absolutely! Actually, on many occasions when teaching the werewolf, because the werewolf wanted to do a little bit of anatomy study, I was like, oh yeah, you know, you can start by drawing these structures, which represent bones, because you have the collarbone and you have the hips, and so the pelvis comes here, and then for female characters, you're gonna have, like, it come out slightly more with the joints, and then the legs come down, whereas for males, they don't tend to come out that much because the rotation of the hips, like, the hips don't splay as much for a guy, and so you'll end up having it come down closer together. And so I'm like, oh yeah, you can actually start by drawing it out with highlighters with your bones, then you go over top of it and you can sculpt out, like, the locations of major muscle groups, and then you can go in after that and do, like, pen on top of that to show the like laying of the actual skin. So if this is a case that you have, like, a more chubby character, it gives you much more understanding of the layout of the actual character's muscles to ratios and everything, because you're like, okay, this is how everything sits. And you have to recall that fat doesn't just lay flat and it doesn't come in a circle around a person. No, it weighs it down, and so it comes down and it has a sort of slope, which that was a fun thing, and I didn't get to talk to them about it much. But they've been doing a lot better learning. The werewolf is, of course, a furry, so, you know, they're doing a lot of furry art. But that still comes in with the muscles and bones and stuff, especially if you're trying to do digitigrade. You're paying attention to the muscle structures of, like, animal legs. So... Also, if you add a tail to a character, it fits really perfectly into the little space in the muscles of the back that have, like, fascia? It's the fascia, that's what it is, yeah. The fascia in the lower back, there's like a diamond, and if you really wanted to make a tail, it fits so perfectly into that, and you could legitimately work the muscles around each other, and you could have a pretty decent tail come from right there. It's like it was made for a tail to be there, but there is no tail. Sorry, I thought about this previously when I was working on a monster model at one point. And I was sitting down looking at all of the muscle structures that I could. And I was like, oh my god, wait. I could put a tail right there. No problem. Which I personally find a little funny. Okay. Almost like we used to have tails, but don't any longer. Yeah, it's almost like that. It's almost as if humans should have tails. Dude, imagine if humans had tails like kangaroos, like we used them to balance and shit. Would that not be fucking awesome? I just think that'd be really entertaining. Sorry, I've got a good song playing right now, and I'm like, the vibe, it's the vibe. I might swap this over to this side so that I can scooch you guys over here. Dude, I'm killing it right now. I'm doing so good at this. My only issue is I kind of wish this were here. Yeah. No. Rather, I think it'd be better if these were here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I can see what I need to do. So I just have to go into here and make sure I have my UV on so I can actually see where I'm going. And I need to take these down, like, down just a tiny bit this way so that this lines up to here. Well, that didn't do anything. Okay, and that makes this go down to here. Oh, wait, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Yes. And then I can open up. Come on. A little faster. You got this. Dude, I've got so many fucking layers in this. As soon as this fucking texture is done, I swear, I'm gonna have to export it to PNG so that my computer stops tweaking out. Okay, and then open. Okay. I'm cooking. So if I take this and I look back here, now, oh wait, but we gotta take it in just a little bit, tiny bit more. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And then, turn it back on. That might be too far. Literally did nothing. Okay. Come on, man. Actually fucking move it. It is not scooching in the slightest. Okay, and now it's loading, It takes so fucking long for it to even think. Really? No, come on. Just slightly more, just the tiniest bit more. Okay. We might have finally made it to the correct location, and once we've done that, I can save, yes, and wait for it to load. Oh, hello, Macaroni. Oh, very nice to meet you. Hello, how are you doing? I know you've been in chat previously, but I don't recall when it was. How's it going? Oh, we're playing Stone Sim, but we're on Zen mode because I'm trying to get some work done on my 3D model, and Twitch does not like my 3D model, so I can't stream me actually working on it. So I have to finish off this bit, like the body and stuff. And then when I finally move on to the face, I can turn it back on, but I currently can't because it's just too hot, you know? It's too hot. Twitch trying to keep a 3D modeler down, I know. It's sad, really. They're just so jealous of my abilities. I'm just too good at stuff. Oh, wrong. There we go. I gotta reopen this. And then it shouldn't look any different for me. But it should be just different enough that I go into edit mode, and I should be able to take and tweak this how I like, because I wanted to scooch this a little. There we go. Give me like 2 seconds and I will look at that. I have to get this little bit right now because I know it's right. I know I was like just on the verge of being perfectly right. And now I've got it. Your sculpting powers are too powerful. Their servers can't handle it. It's so true. Head. That's right. That's right. Oh, dude. I'm so happy. Y'all don't know how rough this was. I got the arms to blend into the shoulders and the torso, and I got the blend shapes to look smooth even when the boobs get big, and all I have to do next is hands and feet for the body, and then I'm not going to do that right now because I love myself. Oh, fuck. Wait, I still have to do some blending on the underside because the inner thigh doesn't blend together. I have to match the seam. But you know what? We're going to move on for now. We're going to move on. Because I've been working on the body for God knows how long, and I need a break. I need to do something else. I just need to work on the head. Please. Oh. I've got like... So I've bought 3D models in the past, like for VRC and whatnot, because I like having the good models and then I like customizing them. I think they're really fantastic. And the 3D modelers are beautiful. I love them. So let me see if I can open this up and take a look. Gotta scoot. Oh, wait. Give it a sec before it crashes my PC. Okay. Just finished dinner. Popeye's chicken with mac and cheese. Nice, nice. You know what? That's low-key. Sounds really good right now. I gotta hide the armature so I can look at... Oh! Wow! Okay, okay. That's cool. Wow. Okay, okay. Sorry. I'm like, I get a little amazed every time I look at how another artist does like their meshes and whatnot. And so, wow. This is interesting. It looks very clean. Ooh, that's smart. I didn't even think of that. Guys, I want you to know, this person is low-key a genius. Wow. Wow. Incredible work, really. I'm a little befuddled because like I'm looking, so they have everything is like good. It's so good. They do the thing that I do. They do the thing that I do. I'm so fucking excited. I never see other people who do it as an eyeball. No fucking way. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the joy I feel! Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm like, I have to... Wow! Sorry, I'm so wowed by something that's so nothing and you guys can't even see it. I'm really sorry. I might take a moment, so... I might just have to show you guys to admire this. So let me go to the game scene so I can show you. not that one. This one. This 3D model is what I'm staring at in pure awe. So I was looking at them like there's no like, oh, how do they get like nostrils and it's so clean? They're their own thing. And I'm like, wow, that's so fucking smart. I never would have thought of that. But the thing that really got me was they have eyeballs. They have eyeballs. That's what I want to do. That's what I have set up on my model. Eyeballs. That's so exciting for me. And then you have to so look at the way they have their own mesh for the under lip thingy. It's so cool. I love that so much. I was wondering how other people do it because in a lot of cases they don't like the big profile on the lips. But look at that. It looks so good and clean. Okay. And now I have to show you the blend shape of the mouth. I was like, whoa, look at how good that is. And they have teeth. Like I like. I love my 3D model has actual teeth like that too because I really like the look of them. Isn't it cool? It's so good. Like I can remove the neck because I'm like, all I'm really looking at is the head. And also, look at their ears. They have the backs going in all the way. They took it in through the mesh and then, like, dude, it's so good. I will admit, this is like one of those things that like I have a hard time not tweaking out about because like look at the mouth. They have all of it meshed out. It's clean. And it makes me wonder, I'm like, how'd you do it? How did you do this? How could you have done this? You're a genius. You're amazing. What happened? And so I'm a little nuts. And so smooth. It's so smooth. You know what? Let's go to the rainbow filter for the matte cap. There we go. Just because the higher contrast is a little easier on my eyes and it makes it easier to understand what I'm seeing. But like, it's clean, it's nice, and I'm like, damn. It's gonna be a minute before I'm able to get my model look that clean. But this is a great display of you don't always have to have squares. Sometimes, in some places, triangles don't actually fucking hurt. It doesn't really do a ton of damage. Also, look at their hair cap. It looks so nice. It's so clean. And the edges, having that edge is spiked like that, it's like, yeah, you have triangles, but also these aren't triangles that are gonna move. You want them to be like that. They're gonna stay like that, so having them triangles on a separate mesh is fine. And I, of course, am gonna have to go through and like look at all of these because how cool. And it makes me wonder if they have all of the, like, AR kit. Because some of them do. Wait, what was that? Wait. Ooh, I see. Oh, that's cool. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm freaking out over something that's literally nothing, but it's so cool. These subtle movements are, I don't know, there's something that's kind of a pain to do sometimes because, you know, when you end up moving all the stuff, it's a little easier to just do everything. But having these little tweaks, I don't know, it's just like, it feels so cool to me. It's so pretty. This is one of the models that I saw and I fell in love with because it's so good. And I didn't realize that they were doing a method similar to what I wanted to do, which is this eyeball, which means they, let's see, I think they probably do have an eyeball bone. So if I go to pose mode, here's our eye, RZ. Yeah! So it doesn't go all the way, but they have it fixed just perfectly so that they can look both directions. Which, like, that's kind of insane. Now, it does seem to stick out a little on the side because they have these very wide eyes. But I think that makes sense. It's so cool, especially if you're going with this more stylized, like, it's just, so cool. It's so cool. I can't help myself. I am very wowed. And then I want to go in and turn the opacity on the wireframe down a little bit so I can focus on like the shadows you'll see. So one of the issues I used to run into when doing some of my shading was when I had too many things going, it would distort the shadows on all the squares. So let's say we were to, come on, go all the way back up. And then we were to, come on. Oh wait, that's a good one. If we were to like go in and it starts to distort all of the shadows a little bit because they crunch beyond the point they were originally intended to, I can reset all the values. Come on, what the fuck? Okay, fine. I have to go undo them all. But just one of those things of like, it's cool to see what point it takes. I know there's some 3D modelers that like to make their face like a completely plain surface, a flat, like not fully flat, but like a rotated surface. They will apply the shading of a rotated surface over their face so that it like when you rotate, it's like the shading, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan of it because when I do that and I have these multiple like mouth blend shapes, it completely distorts it. But I don't know. I like these little It looks cool. It looks cool. And then, I don't know. I want to do stuff like that. I want to do stuff like that. I would have never thought to make the shadow its own thing, but it does make sense. It's just, you know, I never would have considered that. Ooh, I just realized their underside of their jaw, they have all these triangles because they wanted to get the straight lines down the way. I'm like, that makes sense. That's smart. Maybe I should do something like that. It's probably a good idea. This is why I look at and study so many other 3D models. Hi! I was asleep. I went to sleep at 5 a.m. last night. Jesus! Yeah! Indeed. And so this model is one of the ones that I was like, yeah, definitely worth taking my time to study because their work was very clean. And I'm like, that definitely is helpful. Also, I just realized their eyebrows are not flat. They actually have... Oh, interesting. That's a little rarer when it comes to like these models because usually it's just like a flat plane over the head that is the eyebrow that like, it's a separate mesh, yes, but it's, interesting. That's kind of a neat one for me. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to yawn in your ear. Okay. But this is a point where I'm like, now I'm gonna have to use this as my reference to like sort of like, well, one of my references to sort of judge the angles in my head, but also something that I'm realizing, this is pretty much flat all the way back, which is not how I usually do it. I usually have it a little rounded, a little more rounded, but I don't think about that because, yeah, no, it looks wonky as fuck when you do that. Last night I dreamed of a whole movie I could make. Valid. Also, 5 stream streak. You're gonna get back up there. Oh my gosh. What was the movie about? Like, what kind of movie? I'm looking at some of their movements. Interesting. So they have a whole lot of extra pieces that they're dealing with. I don't entirely know what all of these are, but I might have to look into them because having all of these additional pieces is kind of interesting. Plus, I do want to make this a little more customizable. Cops, and I was the main one, but my feet and hands were broken, like no bones at all. He's the rubber cop. Oh, dude, that's insane. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just realizing that is a very tiny highlight in the eye. Cool. Oh, you know what? Now I'm realizing, I wonder if they have... What's this? Ooh, elf ears. That's so fucking cool. Bro, the second you read it, I got an ad. Yeah. Bro, enter up. Okay, they actually do have AR kit. Holy shit. Cute. But if you have jaw open, and wait, that one, if you have jaw open, you should also have mouth closed. Yes! Which I recently learned was the key to that one expression that I really wanted. Because I was looking at ARKit tracking stuff and I didn't realize why there was mouth closed. And now I understand. Something happened. If you laid down a red dot, will be... Something happened if you lay down a red dot, will be next to you and you're gonna die. Cheez-Its! So everyone was trying to get me to be knocked down. Do you think the poinsettias are too seasonal to be used as decoration right now or not? I'm in charge of plants in some public areas, and I'm wondering if I should take our poinsettia back to the greenhouse or not. I think a lot of people do view them as seasonal. Like, I think people view them as, like, a Christmas thing. But, I don't know. I feel like poinsettias, like, they're not a winter flower, are they? I feel like they're just a flower that lives easily. Hold on. I feel like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, okay, so they are a winter flower, but I mean, it is still technically winter. I mean, we haven't even gotten close to spring yet. So I feel like that shouldn't even, like, yeah, no, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm like looking at some of the okay. Sorry, I've been looking at the AR kit blend shapes of V-Bridger and kind of like judging based on that how I would like rig, like do the blend shapes on this new model, because I kind of want the blend shapes to be more dramatic than they were for the last one. Like, the last one was good, but I want, like, more. I don't know if I could explain that well. Okay. Let me see. So no head. Sorry. I'm obnoxious. I know. Okay. The new model looks very good now that we get to see the head. Here's the thing. I wish I could show mine. This is what I'm looking at for a reference. So here, let me display my own real quick. Currently, you can't look at mine. You can't look at almost any of mine. So let me go to this one and this and this one and this. No, wait. This to this. So this is mine right now because I just stopped working on the body. Like, I legit just stopped. So much so that, like, no. Where is it? There it is. There's the body. That's all you get to see because Twitch will get mad. So this is mine right now. I haven't done anything to it. So I'm like, okay, I might need to take in the backs of the ears just based off of what I saw with that model, because I'm like, holy shit, that one is so good. I wanted an unbiased perspective because I feel like cool plants should be out regardless of season. I agree. And I think poinsettias are very much a very pretty and cool plant, and I feel like a lot of people like them. Let me, where are the spheres? Nightmare spheres! Matcap. I actually, hold on, let me go to the spheres real quick. Mode, edit mode. I want to select both of these and then go to this and right click, and we're gonna mark sharp, and then we're going to object mode and shade smooth. So now if you don't see this, you see that, and that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. So yeah, mine is a bit of a mess right now. It's got nightmare demon eyes, but you know, we're working on it. We're working on it. That's why I pulled up that model that I got as a little study guide, because I'm like, you know what? Let's take a look at somebody who did it well, and let's see what I can do better. And so now I'm seeing they definitely have more of this, and then like a flat surface here, more than I think I did. And based on the, what's it called? The anatomy book that I was working with. So if we go to object edit mode, so logically, this portion goes in, this portion comes out. Also, I want to add, I'm going to be so real, this might not be enough lines. I might actually really want to add one right here. If I were to add one right there, I feel like that doesn't hurt me too much. And if I were to cut through this one, we'd get it through there. And having a little extra polygon in the ear doesn't hurt me either. This one takes me through there. Just it looks a bit goofy. It does. And you know what? That's fine. This is the early stage. And you know what? I'm not upset by that. I absolutely agree. I just have to work a little more. Now, something that I saw a lot was a lot of the faces are very flat, which throws me off a little bit. I'm not super smart when it comes to all the art stuffs sometimes. And so sometimes I'm like, am I dumb? Am I a little dumb? So I'm looking at, if I were to undo that. If I really wanted to do one, it'd be better to go around here and bring this down, which I might just do, actually. Let's go to sculpt mode, and then we will bring this down. There we go. And it relaxes just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take these middle points and just... There we go. That's a little better, actually. And then we're able to take the... So this is where I want the eyebrow point to be, is through here. And so this line is... I'll be able to take all of this down. Also, in my dream, a baby fell out of his house in slow-mo. And also, the death wasn't very gore. Interesting. Dude, I have this one nightmare that, like, fucking... Every so often, whenever I think about gory dream, it's, like, the first thing that comes back to me. And I'm like, that was a fucked up dream. Why did that happen? And I still wonder sometimes, like... Why did I have a dream about that? That seems a little weird. And like the sound. Ugh. The sound, there was this crunch. It was really bad. And I couldn't quite, like... After that dream, I wasn't able to, like, think about... I don't know. Like... I wasn't able to think about going back to, like, any of my true crime content. How many gore thoughts do you have, Agni? Is there something you need to tell us? I don't usually think about gore too much. It's not something I've ever really had all that interest in. It's not like it, like, disgusts me or makes me feel sick or anything. It's just that, like, in particular, it's not something that I, like, particularly focus on. Also, I'm gonna change to art because I realized I'm sitting in art a lot. Art. Because I can show you guys the face. I just can't show you guys the body. So now I can work on this. Also, they had this. I don't know how to fix that quite yet, but I'm thinking about it. Also, I could keep the nose like this, but I do kind of want to model in the nostrils. Hear me out on that one. Ooh, fish. We're fishing. Like a real nose? Yeah, so on the other model, we don't have nostrils, but on the one that, like, is my #1 go-to for study, they do. They model in the nostrils. And actually, you know what? There's another one that I wanna open up and have as, like, a little study file as well. I've got, like, a handful of them on my PC that I study from because they do different things very well. And so there's, like, different things that I want to learn from each of them. Like, the nose is one. The ears on this, like, on the last one I just showed you guys was so fucking cool. And I'm like, oh, that's so smart. What the fuck? That looks so good. And so there's that. And then So let me see if I can open up this one. Oh dear. What's this? Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a lot. Perhaps... That's not what I'm looking for. This is really hard to see through. All of this is written in Japanese, so I can't remember which one is which. Nope. No. That's not right either. Okay. Apologies, I'm like a little slow on this one, because... What is this? Okay, that's just a picture. That's not helpful. What the fuck am I looking at? We'll play some games with you in the background. Understandable. Thank you for lurking though. Thank you. You know, even if you type in chat every so often, much appreciated. Either way, I really wish I could understand. Okay, is this it? No, that's a tool folder. So these are the PSDs. And nope. Put that back and click on this. Is it this? These are also PSDs, I think. Yeah, these are all PSDs. What am I doing? Where is it? Perhaps? Okay, PSD. Guys, I might be dumb. Hear me out. I might be fully stupid. I might just have to open this in Unity to, like, get the FBX. Which is a little bit annoying, but, like, I do want to look at their work very, very badly. Oh, I just have to open it. I'm not hearing you out. I mean, no, you're not. Dude, this is so confusing. I don't know. Oh, I think it's fighting me. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. If I close this, I have to open up the VCC again. I think I have to run this through the VCC and then it'll be kind to me. I hope. That's a problem. Select folder? That's... Oh, that's why I forgot I'm in a... Okay. Because I was in a zip file. No shit, it wasn't gonna open. I'm dumb. It's okay. Alright, now let me open it properly this time. Add this one, this here, you, this. Is it not there? Okay, I guess not. Fuck. What if I just put it in this project? Dude, we're probably going to reach the point where my PC's like, alright, that's enough. You have 3 Blender sessions open, a Unity session open, all of your streaming shit open, all of your VTuber shit open. Can you stop? And it's just gonna cry. It's gonna start crying on me. Ooh, she's struggling. She's struggling. Oh, you know what's cool, guys? I have something to actually do. Like, after stream today, I'm gonna play games. I'm gonna play card games with the Demon Lord and a human. How cool is that? I don't know what games in particular we're gonna be playing, but I know we're playing like I think card games. Wait a minute, those are Fizzbones. Wait a minute. Is it in here? Perhaps I was a fool. Perhaps it's in this folder. Card games! Yeah! I know last one we played was Flux, but it was like a cat's version. And then I can't remember, like we play like a good chunk of games because the Demon Lord loves card games. A big old nerd. Have you ever played Clue? No. When I was first introduced to some board games, I was handed Clue and had no idea how the fuck to play and was never able to learn. And so, yeah, no. Dude, give me a sec. I gotta take a look at this other model again. Interesting. God, it's beautiful. It was easy for you? You know what? I'm glad. I'm just not the smartest, you know? I didn't want to read the instructions. I was too impatient, and I just wanted to go back to watching anime, and so I didn't feel like learning. So I'm like, all right, fine, we'll play. And then we, like, decided who killed who, and we're like, haha, I'm getting away with it, and this is how, and then we stopped playing. So, you know. I didn't have the patience. Okay. So now, if I open this, is this what I need? I don't know what the differences between all of these are, so I'm just gonna drag and drop one into Unity and hope that it works out. Okay. Well, it is currently not doing anything, so it's not. Oh, it's struggling. Oh, the PC is struggling. So let's, you know what? Here, let's take a moment and make sure you guys are still getting some extra entertainment while I'm not doing anything. So, you know, just in case. There's the stone. There's the stone. Don't forget the stone's there, guys. Okay. Oh, she's still loading. Oh, no. Okay. I might have made a mistake. It might be a little too beefy right now. I think my PC is like, stop. Please help. My PC is being eaten alive by 7,000 fucking pigeons. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. That meme is like so funny for me personally. I feel very chill though. Very nice and chill. Very relaxed. Which, like, I just realized doesn't sound accurate at all. Because I'm like, wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'm literally never chill. I'm like the most excitable person ever, so... Liar. Oh dear, it is really fucking going. It's like, I can't even touch the tab. It doesn't even register that I'm doing anything. It's like, hey, no, you let me think this through. I can do this. And I'm like, okay. I just have to sit there and let you do your thing for a little bit, okay? Oh, we finally got something. I'm gonna close. Oh, I have to let it import now before I can close that. Guys, I think my PC might be a little upsetty spaghettis because I am making it do a lot. The PC is handling it super fucking well. Like, I've got no dropped frames and everything, so I mean, it's working well for me. Sorry. I'm sorry I keep fucking yawning in your ears. I'm not tired, I swear. I'm not bored. Oh, no. Oh, that was just the first load. There's a second load that it has to do for import. Uh-oh. Well, let's just leave that going in the background and maybe just scooch over here. Go to sleep, go to sleep. No! I won't. I slept so long. I really did. I was so tired yesterday. It was like unfairly tired. Like I finished stream, I went downstairs, I talked to the Demon Lord for a bit, and I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I can't do anything. I literally could not bring myself to do fucking anything because I was exhausted. I don't like this. I don't like this placement. I know it's not that bad, but like, it's kind of bugging me. I'm looking at it and I'm like, maybe I should apply my subdivision surface. So if I go here and I just apply my subdivision, apply. This might work a little better now because I'm working with the direct pieces, which finally I can fucking fix this because it's been bugging the shit out of me. And then that inner eye, I don't like that. That does bug me a lot. I would rather have this come in. Hold on. And then one more time. Maybe they had a point about making the eyeball bigger. Oh yeah, no, I have to click on this thingy to make it do it. That's right. X. And then scale it up a little more. It is very odd looking. RZ. Yeah. That's special. If I were to turn this off, what are we looking at? I have issues. I don't know. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. Give me a sec. Let's see what how Unity's feeling right now. Oh. So let's see if we can look at this FBX. So then I can do this and go over to my other blender and then import an FBX into this one and go to here, go to this, open. This way I'm keeping it separated from my other instance. Oh, well, that's not what I want. I want this in a different collection. Hold on, give me a sec. Add a collection. There we go. And I can hide the armature and take a look at this. Interesting. that is something that bugs me. Okay, this is a good display. Oh, wow. Okay, so they have the nostrils like I was thinking of doing. Interesting. But they do the thing that I find a little wonky. Okay, hold on. This is a really good display of something that I was talking about earlier. So let me show you. On this other one. No, not that one. It's... yes. There we go. If we take this and I show you a little more properly... This looks flat from this angle because... Here, let me get all this stuff out of the way. All I want to focus on is the head. It looks flat on the lips from here because they changed the shading system, but from the side, you still have the same depth. So that's something that really throws me off with a lot of these people is they make these sections flat looking. They did the same thing with their eyelashes so that you can't actually see their eyelashes from the shading perspective, which I think is an odd choice. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's interesting. I do like their nose. I like how they modeled their nostrils. I think it looks cool. And it does give me a little more perspective as to how I could model mine. This is really smart having this because the technical build out of the button nose does work well with that. And if I were to take a look at this comparatively next to my build, I bet I could make this work. Here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that they've done that I actually really do like. I'm just nitpicky about some of the other stuff because I don't like the flat shade on the face. It kind of bugs me. I like the normal shade, but it does also cause some issues with shaders when it comes to, what's it called? Shaders in VR chat. Oh, wait, I just realized. I didn't even think about it. She's got circle eyes too. Okay. Hey, maybe the style's having a come around and people are starting to realize, hey, let's just have eyeballs again. Low-key, the make of this face is pretty sick. I do like this. This is quite nice. This was one that I haven't had the chance to look at this one yet. I recently got this one just because I was like, oh, look at that. That's pretty. And I'm like, wow. I do want to take a look at their armature. And I would like it to be see-through, maybe? Okay, well, I don't like it like that. Whatever. Pose mode. And then maybe it can let me... Can the bones not in front? Oh, well, I don't... That's not... I don't want to be able... Oh! What, you fishing? You fishing? Let's see how many exclamation points. 1. Shoot. It'll get better, I promise. Now, branch. Oh, I am so sorry, bro. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So let me bring it back in front so I can at least see. Because I know they have to have, eyes. And then RZ... Yeah, that's pretty slick. Honestly, they kind of nailed that. That's sick. Okay. Let's see. Do they have other pieces inside of the head? Oh, they didn't even keep the backs of the eyeballs. I kept the backs of my eyeballs. Okay. I'm curious more about, some of their choices now. Object mode. And then go to edit mode. That's very interesting. Of course, they made this sharp so that the shadow would bend around it. But it makes me wonder. Oh, am I on faces? Whoops. Oh. And I just want to see if I can... So let me hide the armature. So this is a personal thing I like to do to be able to see around some of the parts. Oh, that's interesting. So they have their lens separated from their eye so that they have an additional sort of glassiness over the eye that you still get to see, but you have the iris underneath it. That's sick. That is smart. And that is how eyeballs work. Dude. So let's... Oh, that didn't work. Let's see if we can take the eyeball out. Interesting. So how do they have this built out? Ooh, they have an additional disc for their eye. Interesting. Huh. And then, of course, we see that they have their shadow here. And then we take this, we put it right over here, so we can see exactly where that lays. They don't have a huge shadow, but they still have it there just to keep track of it. So we're still able to see the full eye here. And then let's take a moment to look. Oh, hold on. I want to see into the socket without the eye in the way. So we'll take this and put it just like right behind this one. That's an additional disc. And now we can look in and see how the socket is set up without the eye present. That's interesting. Okay, eyelashes are another one of those places where you end up just having triangles, and it's like, it's fine. It's literally fine. You don't even have to worry about it, because these are things that you want to just stay triangles, and it doesn't really influence the shading too poorly, so having the triangles isn't going to be a problem. That's neat. I like that setup. And of course, they have their pupils separated plus their highlights. Dude. Of course, their separated eyelashes, their under eye line. Oh, and they have that's mixed with their upper eyelashes. Interesting. And this is something I wonder about as well, because some artists decide to do it, but others don't. So their eyelashes are separated. Okay. Look at that. This is one of the things that makes faces so difficult to do, is you have some pieces separated and some of them not. And some people choose to keep them not separated, whereas others like to have separate pieces for everything. And then you can min-max your sort of like UV mapping and be like, yeah, it's very simple, very cartoony, and like very anime, because you get these thick lines and everything, and it's peak. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the way they have that set up. And of course, here's our eyelid crease right here. Oh, dude, look at how good that looks. I know I'm just geeking out about another model again, but I can't help it. Oh, hey, here's something that we don't have in ours, but is not too uncommon at this point. A separated ear. They separate the ear because it makes it easier to mold it without having to worry about adding the polygons, making it mesh into the head, having weird shadows. That's a pretty smart move in a lot of cases. And in some cases, you have animal characters where you want the ear to be able to completely disappear. And sometimes you just can't do that with models that have the ear baked in. I like to have the ear baked into the model. I don't know, like it just lends to itself to, like, I don't know, smoother meshing maybe? Maybe I'm crazy. You know what? Maybe on the next setup, I will separate the ear from the head on another model. I might do that on another model. For now, I want to keep it separated because it took me so fucking long to get it attached in the first place, so I don't want to do that. But then you're able to have this separated mesh. It's not going to clash with anything. You can push it into the head, lose the ears completely, have like cat characters and whatnot. And it, oh, dude. this is, I'm like genuinely stunned because it is really beautiful. I'm a big old nerd. Wait, their mouth. Give me, let me. I gotta see. What? Oh, wait. Interesting. They have teeth. They have teeth. Well, it's not quite as detailed as the teeth that I did, but they still have the somewhat detailed teeth. I love this. I love seeing other artists who do things similar to me. Interesting. Ooh. That's so cool. They put so much detail into it. This is something that I look for, like, a lot. Wow. Oh, wait, what's that? Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's something that I like as well, is I'm getting to see these meshes move on their own as well. Ooh. Wow. Interesting. And then, of course, they're paying attention to all of their little pieces. Oh. I know these are, like, very possibly, like, boring things for you guys to look at. Oh my gosh, wait. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? The fact that you get to see each of the pieces of the eye rotate the same way. Dude, I know it's so simple, but just getting to see that is very cool to me. I haven't had the chance to look at a ton of other models, so when I get the opportunity to look at a model that I really admire, I don't know, I get wowed big time. Now what is that? Oh, big eyes. Ooh, interesting. I see. Sorry, I'm like, I'm not explaining anything that I'm saying. I'm just like tweaking out because this is cool to me. So I'm looking at the individual pieces that move for each of these blend shapes. I don't even know what all of them say because they don't have them fully written out on the side over here. Like, I'd have to make it bigger, but I'm just kind of going at random and looking at them because it's interesting to see how many separate pieces they're moving at once and which ones they're moving all at the same time. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's gotta be a face shadow. So it covers the entire face. So they copied this entire little set, like the geometry of this part of the face, so that they could just put a face shadow right over top of it and it would blend in perfectly. That is what I did with my blush, and I should have done that with my face shadow, but I didn't, and I will be more careful next time. Oh, and they have the modeled tears as well. That's something that I did it too, but I didn't like how mine turned out. Ooh. Sorry, I liked that subtle shift on the mouth. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't see that one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Wow. They have these different expressions specifically set up for toggles, and they have them set to the different parts of the face, the eyes, the mouth, and interesting. I'm very surprised, but like also it's so cool. And I'm very inspired now. I can't help myself. Like, wow. It looks so nice. And okay. And this is another display of like, it's not fully flat. I have it more rounded like this. Okay, so that's fine. I think maybe the one person who was modeling it where they had it a little more flat, it's one of those things of like, this comes out a little bit. The head is more of like squish this way, big this way. You've got circle in the back and squish in the front, you know? That's kind of how the skull works. So that makes sense. Because a lot of people use it like an oval, when in reality, like if you were to select these two front bits, nope, not that far. The skull isn't a circle or an oval. It comes in at the front a little here, and so it's actually angled this way on each side. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, this face is impressive. I am absolutely going to be like referencing like how they did the nose and the lips, because I like the lip shape a lot. It looks very nice. I don't know. I'm usually very picky about a lot of the pieces because I'm a big fan of a lot of different 3D modelers, and I don't know, this is so nice. I can also see that they have the Cupid's bow technically in here by having this bit right here, because it comes down from the nostril, which is actually correct. That is correct. That's how that is. So that's very cool, in my opinion. I'm tweaking out about it for no reason, but you know. How cool is that? Guys, I'm a nerd. There's no saving me. I want to see their blink real quick. Ooh. Ooh. You've got the smooth transition all the way into like the... Oh, wow. It's all the way through, and it doesn't fully touch, but the way that it blends... And you've got the fold coming down with it. Yeah! Okay. I'm back, Nerd Agni. I got pizza. Welcome back. How's your pizza? Oh, I'm tweaking out over other people 3D model. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. It's just one. That's smart. You don't have to go crazy with that because the brow bone and huh. Wait, that's so smart. I don't need to add an additional set of verts there because it comes down. The lid comes down and it's a smooth transition. Hold on. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm looking at. That's understandable, dude. Fucking, I'm like slowly adjusting my brain to what I should be doing. So I took all of the eyeball parts out of the head so that I could see inside the socket and it'd give me a clearer view of what the outline of the eye is like and how they made those choices. Because like the way that they have it set, if you look inside the head, this is the eyeball and they have it clip through the eye socket so that you never have those gaps. And it's making me think like, okay, then where do I make it clip? And you can see inside of here, you've got like some of these little bits that are for expressions as well, like the tears and the face shadow and blah blah blah, you know, good shit. But I'm like, interesting. I'm looking at all the pieces and also I looked at the nostrils because I'm like, they do nostrils and I want to do nostrils. Very cool work. Oh yeah, and I was looking at this. They technically have the modeling for a button nose, and it works so well, and it's so clean, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have the button nose, and then also you have the nostril, the little sides of your nostrils, it's right there. They have it meshed in right here by adding this additional loop. Is that not the coolest thing ever? It's awesome to me personally. And so I see the way that they did this. They had this come down through here. Okay, so this was a square. I'm like thinking so hard. I swear, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. We get look up. That's nice. Let's see, look down. Yes, that's good. And then we have our blinks. Ooh. We've got our little eyelid adjusters. These are cool. Oh. I turned back and I'm like, oh. Get out of here. I zoned out for a sec. What was I thinking about? Oh, that's right. I also wanted to talk about they made their lips smooth in the shading so that you couldn't see the upper lower lip thingy, which, like, I can understand why, but also lip. Dude, doesn't it look so cool? Hold on. Zone out Agni moment. Dude, if we had a counter for how many times I zone out while thinking and just completely forget what I'm doing, we would run out of numbers very quickly. I had a thought, but it's gone. So anyway, I'm just looking. And I will say, I was going to do more, but I might actually end stream a teeny tiny bit early. Let's take a look to see if, like, anybody I know is currently live, because it's bad etiquette, but I've got to do a little bit of cleaning if I can manage it. And also change my outfit because I'm going to be gaming. And give me like 2 seconds. So let me take a look. To see. Fushigi is live. Let's see what Fushigi's doing. Okay. Let's go. You know what? We'll raid Fushigi. She's doing a birthday donathon. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right. You know what? We'll do a raid. Yes, that. Fushigi Foxfire. You can call her Fox, by the way. Oh, my bad. That's what most people call her. Okay, bet. All right. Well, in that case, thank you so much for joining. Don't die, it's illegal. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Eat a lot, sleep a lot, drink a lot, rest well. I'm gonna rest well. Please be nice to Fox. She's very cool. Thank you so much for joining. For real. I know I'm kind of boring sometimes when I just sit and work, but you know, you won't die. Good. All right, then I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.